Also, this is wall I'm going to render. It is sandstone wall, really old wall. Some parts are made in stone, but all plaster or render fell off because they didn't use any mesh. But of course it was there for maybe 15-20 years, but of course this kind of wall is really difficult to render, and the render is really falling off of such a kind of walls. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use mesh together with screws, and this should stay on the wall. Also what I have to do, I have to remove old render and old stones what they are not fast on the wall. I haven't any real machine to do this, I do it with, like this. Also, break off everything what is not really solid. And all of old render. And few centimeter in, 2-3 centimeter in between stones so that new render can catch in and stay on the wall. And what I have to do with big holes, if it's some big hole, some old stone fell out, fill it with new render, put in new stone, and fill it. Also fill all bigger gaps and holes. Before adding mesh also. Particularly on those kind of stone walls, some gaps can be really big. And you can see this, I'm now putting cable, but on some walls I even sprayed with a mixture of lime and sand. I just add plenty of water to it and I just spray it over the wall, and now I'm going to add mesh, but I didn't need it in this case. Also, I'm going to get lime. You can easily read on the lime on the box how to mix it, compare what kind of surface you are going to render. And this is how to add how to add mesh. You cut off the right size, add some render on the wall before, or add plenty of it. And then you add mesh over it. Mesh over it. And then add more render over it. Also add just really to cover our mesh. And then because I'm going to render again over this render one more time to get nice surface. This is just for mesh, and I'm going to scratch it with some tool, metal or something like that, so that next render can really catch to this surface. Also just to scratch it properly so that next one catch very well to it. Because this is just a lime and sand mixture. Also 3 or 4 lime, sand and 1 lime. Also 4 buckets and 4 buckets sand, 1 lime. And now I'm just going to add even some more screw over through those holes on the mesh. And screws are going to go under angle 45, so that actually they cut just much mesh as possible. You can even use some nails, depending on what kind of surface is behind it. So in this case, sandstone, actually you can screw very well on it. And now I'm adding the next, also final. And final is again maybe white sand and white lime, and mixture is 4 to 5 lime, sand and 1 lime. But you have to read, depending on what kind of lime you get, you have to read information. And now how to do this surface. Although this kind of work is really simple to do. Anyone can do it. Even people with no experience can do really very good work on this kind of walls, because they don't have to be straight, or in this case it's going to be relatively bumpy, but it looks still even much better because it's a really special wall. Much better than perfect straight one, particularly on the house. And how to finish this work is using sponge. You just add some water and sponge, and you can do really everything you like with it. You can make fine or any kind of surface with it, depending on how much you work on it. But usually you have to do it one at once, and then again after 2-3 hours, because it's possible some cracks after 2-3 hours, and you have to do it again to get it really very good. Also really simple, and this is how final it looks like. Also it looks really good and really simple to do it.